the Comic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. This time we are going to take a focus at Lady Gaga because she's just be doing the most. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of conspiracies about her. I actually looked into her and then I found out some, trigger warnings, some essay stuff happened to her. And so I want to know if she's misunderstood or if there's more to the story. I want to know what the truth of her really is. Is it this next level conspiracy where she's being mind controlled and all that, la la la? Or is it somewhere in the in between, somewhere where we're not being told things? And yeah, so we're just going to look into it. I'm kind of going to ride the wave on this one. So as always, if you enjoyed these videos, please leave it a like. It really does help my channel. Comment down below if you can fill in the gaps for me because I'm not the hugest fan of Lady Gaga. She just is very curious to me. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these and hit the notification bell to get more readings. And yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. But I want to start right away with looking at her astrology. So those that are into astrology, she is an Aries sun with a Gemini rising and a Scorpio moon. Now the Scorpio moon alone can give off that like kind of tease vibe, that energy of like look at me, but I'm still kind of like an enigma and you have to figure me out. It's kind of just it kind of goes to how she communicates, which is why I wonder if some of these conspiracies aren't true. Also, with the Gemini rising, that is someone that can definitely switch up. And so with her many different faces, you could argue that that alone would be the reason. And then finally, her Pisces Mercury retrograde. And if you're retrograde Mercury, you're going to have trouble communicating. And especially with Pisces being an emotional sign, holding that energy back, it kind of falls in line with her personality in terms of the astrology. But I'm going to do this reading a little bit differently. So we're going to start by looking at the Dark Mirror Oracle to get any information, period, about her that can give me an idea of where we should go with this reading. Obviously, by the time it's out, I'll have timestamps and you'll know what I decided on. But moving forward, we're going to take a look at the Dark Mirror just to get a general idea of what Spirit wants to show us in terms of getting to understand her. Is she MK Ultra, next level Illuminati stuff, or is there just a dark past, a painful memory, and this is how it's manifested? So, as always, these readings are alleged and for entertainment purposes only, and let's get started. All right, so I just simply asked my spirit guides, what do we need to know about Lady Gaga? So, one more shuffle for the camera so you guys can't say that I pre-picked the cards. Well, that's a very interesting start. Oh. Okay, that's a card I definitely didn't want to see. What's the back deck? Envious Gluttony. Okay. All right, so with the start of these cards, I know we can't, how do I, that'll do. Sorry, I apologize. Oh my God. Fragmentation underneath that. Okay, all right, I'm getting a better picture here. So, okay, you know how Gemini is known for like two people, for instance? Now, there is that, I'm trying to word this properly. She said that when she was 19, a producer took advantage of her. I'm trying to be careful with YouTube here, which I do want to look into. But that being said, this feels like already getting started. With Bride in a Cage, I can't deny that I feel like there is some control here going on, which I will definitely look more into. But let's put that to the side for a second. What I'm seeing right away is a woman that is trying to gain back control of her body, of her autonomy. And the reason that I'm saying that is because if you have looked into her at all, she said that at 19, she was R-worded by a producer and she was stuck in there for months, and it screwed her up. And with fragmentation here, I can't help but notice that temple of my body. That to me feels like my body's sacred. I'm trying to be in control of my body, followed by Bride in a Cage, but I'm trapped. With revenge, it's giving me like I'm trying to take back control of my life. I'm trying to, you know what I'm hearing, and this is like, it's more of a metaphor, is the song fuck the police, but it's more like F the system. And so this almost feels like rebellion. This feels like I'm using my pain and my darkness to create magic, to create the weird and wild stuff that she creates. I'm also going to be honest, I'm hearing the song Why You So Obsessed With Me by Mariah Carey as I look at this envious gluttony card, and it's reminding me of another interview where someone asked her if it bothered her that people said that she had a male appendage, and she was just kind of like a spitfire, which is perfect for Aries, of just like, who cares? My fans don't care, so why should I care? It's just kind of giving, like, it's really giving stick it to the system, if I'm being honest with you. But that being said, I do feel that she is not fully in her body, and I know that that sounds weird, but if you want to think psychologically, dissociation, so dissociative identity disorder. I'm not saying she has that, but it's definitely giving me, I'm not fully here. I'm not fully always in my body. I feel foggy, to be honest with you. So I wonder if substances could fall into this. Is there? Yeah, I definitely feel like she's putting on a show with Triumph of Lies. It almost feels, you know what it's kind of giving me, if I'm being honest with you, which is kind of shocking because I thought this was going to go a conspiracy way. So, hey, I'm always open to whatever this ends up being. But it's just giving me, I'm putting on a show and it's now become my identity. That's kind of the vibe. You know, which is actually something that she admitted to it happening. She method acted and she got lost in becoming the character, and this is almost kind of the vibe, the same vibe that I'm getting. Like, I'm lost in the character. I can't feel the difference between who I truly am versus the persona that I'm giving the world. So I do feel like this is a manifestation of a lot of trauma. This is a girl that is trying to gain back control of her life, and she's got this like rebellious act. Like, I'm seeing Avril Lavigne in my head, old Avril Lavigne, like before she became poppy and happy. Like the rebellious, like, F the system, I'm gonna be who I wanna be. And that's kind of the end of the conversation. If you don't like it, F you, which is definitely the energy of an Aries. So honestly, with this beginning, it almost kind of gives me hope that maybe this is not as dark as we could think that it is. Yeah, anger and chains. This, again, this is kind of leading to what I felt in the beginning. This is almost like, I'm also hearing if you can't beat them, join them. So maybe this is her coping mechanism, because she did say that she didn't want to rat out the producer or whatever the hell was the one that harmed her. So that being said, this gives me manifestation of trauma, if I'm being honest with you. Like, not knowing who I am, feeling trapped. It just feels like someone who has fully identified with their trauma and they cannot get out of it. And so it's manifesting in weird ways, aka, you know, her doing just weird shit. I mean, we've all seen her stuff. Do I have to be particular about this? But with revenge being the start of this pull, instead of something darker, like there's definitely darker cards in this freaking deck. I'm not gonna try and go into that. But with revenge being the top of the card, that kind of gives me hope, because that's kind of like, I just keep hearing like F the system. It's a really weird way to go about it because she's benefiting off the system. But I wonder if that's kind of her point. Because it's almost, because what I'm being drawn to is her net worth, because I looked it up and it's like 300 and something million. And it's almost giving me like, if you can't beat them, join them energy of like, y'all hurt me, you stole my innocence, you stole my essence. And so I'm going to kind of like take all I can get from this since you took everything from me. It's kind of, it kind of coincides with the envious gluttony. It's like, you know how it's like, this is like really ass backwards. You know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's like that, but the toxic version of that. It's like, you fucked me over. The least I can do is make money off of it. That is the vibe, first and foremost, coming through. So let's see what we should look at next. Okay, so actually, real quick, I would like to pull some cards on top of this bride in a cage energy, because that is the only thing to me that's actually concerning in this. Like, if that card didn't come out, then I would honestly say, I don't know that I buy any of the conspiracies if that card didn't come out. So with Brian and Kate, okay, I just heard contract, which really just goes hand in hand with all the celebrities that I read. But do we know anything about, why am I hearing Dr. Luke? Or what's his name? Luke? The guy that's in like So Much Heat. Has she worked with him? I see, I researched for a good at least an hour and I still don't know everything. But why am I seeing his face? I don't know if that's a metaphor for like the type of people that she has to work with or if she's actually working with that guy. I don't know. So tell me in the comments if you know. But I am being drawn to that Luke guy that has been accused of some shit. So I won't make you watch this part. Hold on. Okay, shuffle one more time for the camera. I did hear NDA as I was shuffling. I'm just saying. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So I wonder if there's some stuff that that she knows that she can't speak on. Which wouldn't shock me because she is worth 300 and something million. Alright, Bride in a Cage, why? Son of a bitch. Can you see that? Oh, sorry. Ace of Cups. Shit. Okay. Okay, so who is her label, producer, record, whatever the hell? Because I do see, what I'm hearing is like a, what is it, switch and bait, something like that. Like I'm seeing, fuck, Spirit, how do I word this? Damn, this is hard. The fisherman guy with the money on his string and he like throws it. It's a commercial and he's like, you got to do better than that. I've mentioned it in another reading. And I almost see her like trying to run after it, but she's on a treadmill. And so with these cards, it's giving me like somebody quickly offered me, this feels like a contract, a deal, whatever record that is, that it sounded good at first. Like, and it feels rushed too, because I'm seeing like this. So going back to the whole NDA thing, I'm wondering if, like I've seen in multiple celebrity readings, that there's some things in the contract that forbid her from telling things. And it wouldn't be shocking if she, I'm hearing made a deal with the devil. Is she, it would not shock me if she's still somehow like, what I'm hearing is same circles. So I wonder if she is still involved somehow with the person that I said SA'd her. Because that's like a side message. But it's just like this charming individual went to her, gave her this offer. It's like, oh my God, this is such a great opportunity. I'm going to be so fulfilled. But with Magician and King of Swords reverse, this was not good intentions is what I'm getting. It's like, I'm a good communicator, but I'm hearing the song My Way or the Highway. And I am hearing handler, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not getting the energy of the way conspiracy theorists kind of talk about it. It's more just giving me, guys, I don't think that we're right on this whole handler situation. I'm impartial to all the conspiracies. Some of them I kind of buy, but with this whole handler energy, it's just giving me more of like, I'm in control of you. I own you because you signed your life away. Not necessarily as demonic as everybody gives off. It's just like, it's just giving the vibe of like, I own you. That's the only way I know how to explain that. With Bride in a Cage, that makes perfect sense. Someone, whoever it is that she's working with, gave her, like I'm hearing, oh my God, thank you, Spirit. The Italian guy who's like, I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse. That's what I'm hearing in my head. It's like, this guy was charming. Like I'm seeing someone in a suit. I'm seeing them, I'm hearing like debonair. I don't even know what that means. Doesn't that mean like suave or something? I'm hearing debonair. Handsome. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like he kind of like pulled at her heartstrings a little bit. Because remember, like she was young when she started this. And I feel like I'm hearing like sold her a dream. Sold her a dream. And it's just like, you're going to be a star, baby. Like I'm seeing like A Star Is Born in my mind. Like, isn't that a movie with like, whatever. Anyway, that's the vibe of Bride in a Cage. And it really doesn't shock. Bro, I'm seeing Britney Spears in my head. Why do all of these celebrities have that in common? This feels like a control thing. Burden not worth having. This is not what I wanted. This is, again, like, I don't know how many celebrities I have to read that are mega stars that are like, yeah, I'm hearing the song Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. It's like we were sold the dream. Either they didn't read the fine print, they were manipulated somehow. I don't know. What I see is like, I feel like their contracts are like legit, like they almost look like a script of a book that hasn't been like finished yet. And so it's like, can you imagine reading like hundreds of pages? What I feel like is like there's shit in the fine print of these contracts of the big, big stars that either they're not looking at or they think that they can change or whatever. And it's like, once you sign on that dotted line, you are screwed. You don't get to decide who you are anymore. We do. That's the vibe of this. And honestly, I feel like, you know what I'm hearing? The song John Mayer, Half of My Heart's Got a Grip on the Situation, Half of My Heart. And it's giving the vibe of like half of this entertainment that she's creating is her, and it is a manifestation of her trauma coming through as art. And that's a beautiful way to channel it, I suppose. But I also think that she's not entirely control of what it is that she can put out of her own freedom of expression. I don't buy that she is allowed to do everything that she wants. It just feels like every megastar, you're not in control of your life. Like I'm being drawn to my Beyonce reading. It's like we pick you, we see you for what you can be, and it's something that you don't even see. I wonder if, like, I know this sounds a little whacked out, so bear with me here. Maybe they're just really intuitive people, but it would not shock me if people that can do these record deals are very intuitive and can spot people that have trauma, that don't have love for themselves, that want the money more than they want to be their true. It's just giving me a vibe of like, you know how narcissists can spot an empath and they don't necessarily realize it coherently, but subconsciously it's drawn to them. It's kind of giving that a vibe on a wider scale, a larger scale. Like narcissists make the industry. People that are easy to manipulate are the ones that we go after. I'm being drawn to, I really don't like putting my shit on blast here, but I gotta tell it where I gotta tell it. I'm being drawn to, oh God, please don't judge me. When I was younger, I did try out for American Idol, and they didn't say no to me because I wasn't good. They said that I didn't have the right vibe that they were looking for. They couldn't give me like a real answer as to what it was they were looking for. And it's kind of giving me that. It's like something they can't explain, but what I'm getting is more like moldable. Like I'm seeing clay, and it's like they know how to go after the people that they know they can manipulate is the only way I know how to explain this. Let's see. Yeah, this is another person that wants out of their contract. That's clear as day. Yeah. But I got to focus on money. I'm waiting on the right time, the right opportunity. I'd rather be independent. Now I'm hearing Independent Women by Beyonce. Yeah. All right. So I want to take a look at, okay, I'm already not really getting the vibe of this whole MK Ultra thing. If you want me to take a look at MK Ultra itself, like, is that really being used in the industry? Let me know in the comments. I have no problem looking crazy because I want to know too, to be honest. And the only way to find out is to do it myself. You know what I mean? So I can look into that. But next, I do want to look at that art show incident because as someone who is highly empathic, that's not like a flex. It's really not. If you're an empath, you know that there's a lot of downfalls to being an empath. But every time I've watched this video, I'll try to remember to link it. She's just walking really slow, and it gives me this really uncomfortable, disgusting feeling in the pit of my stomach, and it makes me want to click off the video every time. That being said, it could be something as simple as drugs. Never know. But we got to look into that because there's been so many conspiracies on that video alone. So let's move on to that topic. Okay, one more time for the camera. Let's figure out what was going on when she was doing that slow ass walk at the art show. Okay. Okay, this is going to sound weird, but I keep hearing the song Keep Rolling, 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 Rolling. And it's giving me this vibe of like, I have to, even though I don't want to. I'm being forced. I can't help but pick that up right away. I'm getting this stalled energy from the Chariot in reverse because that's moving forward, stalled progress. Four of Wands, that's home life, but that's in reverse. And then Eight of Wands, that's slow movement, which I'm taking literal in this case. I feel like that's her walking. So the stall, the home life. I feel like something was going on in her life outside of this. And it's giving me the vibe of like, I still got to work. Because like I'm seeing like my symbol for like it's time to go again. Back on the hand clock there. But hand clock, wow. How's that for words? But it's just giving me like, I'm having trouble moving. Something's going on. Let's look at more cards. I'm having trouble moving. What the hell? Oh my God, my head feels foggy. Okay, this does not, what? Gotta put on a show. Cups, son of a bitch. Okay. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, just opinions. This feels like something was going on in her life that, what I'm hearing is like I didn't want to do it. So whatever that event was, I think it was an art event or whatever, she didn't want to do it. Something was going on with her or her home, there's something in her home life, whatever, who cares? It's not the point. The point is, I'm getting this like success at all costs. Someone's making me do this. I have this inner conflict. I don't want to. And then I wish I'd said it before. As I was shuffling off camera, I said, give me cups if drugs or some sort of like, oh my God, I'm hearing the song, You're Just Like a Pill. Instead of making me better, you keep making me ill. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly. Do not sue me. For the love of God, I am just a woman with cards. I know nothing. This feels like she was drugged, if I'm being honest. If she wasn't drugged, then she was on something per her own doing, but I don't feel like she was, because this gives me like, I didn't want to be a part of this. I didn't want to go. And I just keep seeing her stalled movements, like the way she was walking so slow. That's in the literal here for the Eight of Wands. It's in reverse. That's her slow pace of walking. But with the middle being home life, something was going down in her home life. And I'm seeing Britney Spears again, where it's like not wanting to leave my home, being forced. And now I'm being drawn to how she said that she was being drugged by doctors. Why do I feel like this is a thing in the industry? All right, listen. We're going to get kind of conspiracy here. So allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I don't know any facts. I'm a big liar. That being said, do not sue me again. I feel like they drug their big celebrities when celebrities don't want to do what they have been told to do. When I read bigger celebrities, I get drawn to Britney Spears so many times. And I get drawn to her saying that she was being forced to take drugs she didn't want to take, being forced to do things she didn't want to do. And I see that every single time I look up these A-list celebrities, and that is what I'm getting. It's like success at all costs. I have people in my ear forcing me to do something I don't want to do. Progress is halted. I'm slowly moving. There's something going on at home. I don't feel good about this. Two of Cups. That's like a, I know it's not a contract for my tarot readers. That would be Six of Pentacles. You know that. But it's giving me like, we had a deal. And you're going to do this. And you don't have a choice. That's what I'm hearing. And then I'm hearing like, take this. And I'm being drawn to the cups. And I feel like, I'm hearing Jekyll and Hyde. And I'm feeling like, oh, this'll make you feel better. I feel like this is a common reoccurring theme. Like I'm being drawn to YouTuber / famous psychic Sloan Bella, huge fan. Shout out if she sees this somehow. But I'm being drawn to her readings where she says a lot of times that allegedly for entertainment purposes only, that these industry mules basically do not have control over their life. And they're drugged and they're forced to do things that they don't want to do. And as I'm talking, I'm being drawn to my soda can. And I'm being drawn to like this movie I watched recently where it's a Melissa McCarthy movie. I think she plays a spy. And they put something in the cocktail martini and it's supposed to kill the girl. And it's giving me that. It's giving me like We put shit in your drinks. We give you pills. Here, take the edge off. And now I'm being drawn to like Nicki Minaj, where she sings about like, hold on. It's something like, I pop a perk and I say thank you. It's almost like they get them addicted to shit. They get them to, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, Feel Your Inhibitions, but I'm seeing like lowered inhibitions. This is wild. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say, y'all. I was hoping that. I just want to say, I just want to PSA real quick. We got to remember that there's these giant ass conspiracies, right? And then there's like nothing at all is happening and everything's just bright eyed and bushy. Always, with almost every circumstance of ever with any human, somewhere between the far left and the far right is the truth. And a lot of times these conspiracies are next level and the reality is a lot simpler than you think. And unless you want me to do a reading on it by itself, I can look into the whole MK Ultra. Is it still being used? But this feels like a mixture of, I'm in a contract I can't get out of, so you own me. And they give us substances because we don't want to do these things. And so it's like, here, take a perk. That's the problem solver. Or we're going to put something in your drink to make you compliant and you stop it's giving that. I'm so not thrilled with this because I didn't want to I was hoping this was going to be different. That being said, let's move on. Yeah, again, it's just like, I think there was something going on with her life at that moment in time. She was going through, what I'm hearing is like a shit storm. I don't know what she was going through at that point. I can't really tell you. I'm not seeing anything about it yet. They're more focused on where she was at because that's what I asked. And it's like, even though I'm burnt out, I'm tired, there's something going on where she's not feeling her best. She doesn't want to do this. I want to cancel the show. I want to cancel whatever it is. And it's like, you know better. That's kind of the vibe. I'm seeing like a father that's like, you know better, that like whips out the belt and it's like, do as you're told. That's the vibe. It's like, they don't have as much control of their lives as you think. Like what I'm seeing is like the food chain of like celebrities, and it's like the net worth, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, the net worth is kind of correlated with the level of how they're treated in terms of what I'm seeing here. The more money you're making, the more likely you've made a deal with the devil. And I don't mean literal devil. I mean a really, really bad person. You got to think about the type of person that can make billions of dollars and keep their faces out of the spotlight and not have any news on them. What kind of pull do you think they have? And if you're chasing that level of money, you're lacking something inside of you. Just be honest. Like, you could come for me in the comments. I don't really care. But if you're aiming to be a billionaire, there's something lacking inside of you unless you're doing that in order to help humanity. Like, so we can't really be shocked here that people in power are going to manipulate. That being said, this feels like one of those situations where she just didn't have a choice. There was something going on in her life and she didn't want to be a part of this. And it was like, you don't have a choice. It doesn't matter. She was going through a lot. I wonder if she was triggered for something or some reason. Because, like, there's so much fog in my head. And I feel so hot. And I feel so uncomfortable. And I felt fine coming into this reading. So, there was something going on with her. Her body. Maybe it was her health. Maybe it was just burnout is what I'm hearing. So, maybe a mixture of burnout and something in her personal life. Because with swords, that's a lot of thoughts. So, we're going through something mentally, too. But what I hear with this Fool card is like, don't be naive. You still got to do it. You still have to do it. And so it feels like someone who's not in control of their life. All right, moving on. There's that guy again. Remember how I pulled from the oracles when I was reading into that? That's her manager. That's her freaking manager. Okay, could her manager be an air sign? Do we know anything? Manager, producer. I feel like these people live in the freaking shadows because trying to find information is just never... Yeah, I'm hearing the song, my Nicki song, all I really need is the money. Contract! Bro, literally, what did I say? What did I say? This is her... Why do I hear dealer in my head? I heard dealer in my head in another reading. I feel like... Okay, Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. You know how there's this rumor that's totally not true at all that the CIA kind of like, I shouldn't have said that whole fucking, damn it. It's so not true, y'all. That supposedly, we know that's not true, you know. Okay, cool, allegedly. That the CIA like was dealing the stuff they took out of Coca-Cola, you know what I'm saying? My guides are telling me to be weary. Okay, so I'm gonna be careful with my words here. Moving on. If you know, you know. I'm gonna leave it at that. This is the same. This is. Oh, I keep hearing dealer. I keep hearing dealer. So if supposedly, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, if the industry is not like that, then maybe they all have their own side drug dealers in order to get through their job. I don't know. Allegedly for, y'all, I'm trying to tread lightly here, but with the contract card right next to what I've just been saying, and it's like, I have to make my money, and I just keep seeing like, I feel foggy. It's hard for me to get my freaking words out. And then this guy coming out. This is someone with a sharp tongue. No, I'm hearing like no means no. This is someone who acts like a father, but like a mean father. Like I'm seeing the guy in the trailer park that drinks beer, that screams and punches his kid. Like that type of energy. Like this is not a good person. This is not a nice person. And because of the contract, it's like you have to. You have to. You're here to make money. That is what you're here for. And so what we saw, I really don't believe was this whole like, I'm being mind controlled type thing. I really think it was, I don't have a choice. This is what I have to do. I have to put on a show for the audience. This is part of my contract. But I'm drugged up in order to get through this. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Jesus frick. Okay, here she is. I can't say what I want to say. And now I'm hearing the song Say What You Need to Say by John Mayer. I'm stuck. I'm being drawn to how she was in that dress when she was walking down there. And notice how she can't see. And it's like, you know what I'm hearing is God give me strength. That's so weird. I don't think she's religious. I think she's completely lost faith in anything good, to be honest with you. Because, like, it's given me, like, the negative aspects of Scorpio, and she has a Scorpio moon, and it's like holding myself at bay at all costs, both for my own well-being, but also because I have no choice. I don't get to speak my truth. I don't get to be my real self. Yeah, this was not her passion. This was something that was forced on her. Yeah, that she wanted to walk away from, but she couldn't. I don't like this energy at all. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't like this at all. This is kind of giving me like, here, take this. But it's in the reverse. And it's like, it's a bad idea. I think they know. Don't get me wrong. I feel like, I almost, you know what I'm seeing is like a psych ward and how you have to line up for your meds. But it's not giving me like meds that I truly need. It's giving me like, take this. Don't be such an asshole is what I'm hearing. But it's more like, y'all, I really do think she's controlled, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I hate to say it, but honestly, are we shocked? Are we shocked? Go. But I can't because I gotta work. I'm trying to let go, but I can't because this is my job. I have to. I think she's tried to get out of this, actually. Or maybe it's just getting out of this one event. Yeah, no, it's just the one event, because the moment I said that I heard the song In Too Deep by Sum 41, I think she's too far gone, if I'm being honest with you. Because remember earlier I was like, taking advantage of a bad situation's kind of the vibe with her. I stick by that. But this is a bad situation, y'all. I'm not lying. I'm seeing Britney Spears like clear as day. Okay, stardom. What the fuck did I just say? Yeah. This is slow, consistent movement, which is how she was walking. But it's also giving me the vibe of like, you have to, because we're building an empire. You're the star. You have to be out there and you have to put yourself out there. Like that's what I'm getting from this. This is the back deck energy. It's like you have to. And I'm being drawn to the shackle right here. You have to. This event, okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. This art show video, I pray to God I remember to link it. I feel like she was drugged. I'm not going to lie. I really hate to say it. I feel like she's someone who is still living in the abuse that she's already admitted to us. Which means next I'm going to look at that whole producer situation because this shit is just messed up. Oh my God, I just heard in my head, this shit is bananas. Bananas. I think we are getting into something way bigger than we know about, y'all. But I think we're getting to the truth. So let's move to the next one. Actually, real quick, I was drawn to a deck that I've never used before that my guides told me to try and use intuitively. So if anybody has heard of this deck, what is it called? Shadows of Light Oracle deck. If you know the definitions of these cards, then what I'm going to say is not going to make any sense. But to be honest with you, I could probably do a reading with just staring into this ball. So bear with me here. I'm more of an intuitive reader than I am based on books. So I want to see if this gives me any additional information because I was called to use this. So we're going to look at this Oracle deck and see if we can get any additional information that Spirit wants to share with us in regards to her, or maybe just maybe the art show, but more so her. Let's see if there's anything. Huh. That's hopeful. Working too hard. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Excuse me. Damn, I need a... What's the back deck? The past returns for a time. Okay. 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 All right. All right, Spirit, tap me in. What is this powerful personal growth? She's using this. This is so weird. It's like she knows she's a victim, but she's trapped. And so she's using it in her own way to grow. You know what this is giving me? Making lemonade out of lemons. That is the best way I know how to describe this. Making lemonade out of lemons. It's like I'm stuck in something that I don't want to do. I'm miserable, but she's got that scorpionic vibe. And if anybody knows a Scorpio, they can be kind of, the unevolved ones can be a little manipulative, but if you use that for good, you could really come up with stuff. You can create things. And so I almost feel her channeling her pain right back into the music. It's almost like a weird way of being in a rat wheel. It's like I'm still in this same circle that I can't get out, this cycle, this industry. So I'm going to make the best out of a horrible situation. This girl is giving Stockholm. That's the vibe. It's like, if you can't beat them, join them. You know, you've been locked up in a dungeon for 10 years. It's better to form a bond with the person than go mentally insane. That's the vibe of this. It's like, I'm going to work really hard so that I can make something out of nothing, so I can make this worth it because I can't get out of it. And it's somehow helping her grow in terms of like, the pain, but the problem is the pain keeps happening by the same, and I feel like this is why we get all of this beautiful, creative, like weird works of art. I feel like some of it, like I said, is being pushed through by people above her. So some of it is not her work. It's the industry putting it out there because it's what they want. Because I'm being drawn to like how they cover one eye a lot, and it's like I don't think that's her. That's an industry thing. That's not a her thing, which is why I said I would look into the whole MK Ultra and I'd look into the whole how this industry works. But it's just giving me, this is what concerns me. Although I almost wonder if she is a channeler. I'm kind of getting a nod from my guides. I feel, does she write her own music sometimes or at all? Because it's kind of giving me like, this made me nervous at first, like if this was a warning that she was going to die or something like that, but it was in reverse, so I'm not going to play it that way. It's more so giving me, I'm channeling, I know this sounds wild, but I'm channeling through the spirit realms in a way that helps me fuel my fire, because you got to remember she's also an Aries, right? So she's got that passion. So even though the industry is against her, it's like she's using it to her benefit. It's so weird, y'all. It's giving Stockholm, but it's like manipulating the person that's got you in control, but not to the point where you can get out. But it's just like, again, I just keep hearing making lemonade out of lemons. And then with the past returns for a time at the back deck is literally what I was getting. It's like she's still in the industry. She's still in the pain. She can't fully heal from it because she's immersed in it. And I think the guy who harmed her is still around, which I haven't looked into yet. But maybe that's why I was called to pull this before I pulled the tarot cards. What's underneath this? A time for spirit. I feel like she's more connected than we know. Now, whether or not that's in a good way, I'm not sure. That might be more like a message of like she'd benefit from connecting with spirit. But yeah, count your blessings right underneath it. I'm telling you, I feel like this girl is making lemonade out of lemons. That's the vibe of her. That is so kind of cool. Honestly gotta respect, because it's like, you know, imagine like, how do I word this, spirit? Give me an example, like a normal person example. Okay. Say you're an empath and you're dating a narcissist, and you feel like they have complete control over you, right? You feel like you cannot leave. You live with them. You can't get out. They control your money. They control your friend groups, all that. And so it's like, well, I'm stuck here, so I might as well do with it what I can. And so because you can't get out of this, you don't know how to get out of this, you start to work the handler. Does that make sense? It's like, oh, you know what I'm hearing is like dark empath. I'm really not big into that because I feel like a lot of people use that as an excuse not to heal and to be toxic. But it's given me like, you're a beast, but I know how it takes two to tango is what I'm hearing. It's like, I know how to manipulate the manipulator. So, you know, I'm being drawn to like Doja Cat and how I did that reading on her. And like, it's like, I'm going to F the system because I don't have a choice. I'm stuck here. It's kind of given that. But like, again, it's like if you were dating a narcissist, and you really felt like you truly couldn't get out, then you would milk them. You would be like, oh yeah, you're right. I am so weak. I'm so broken. Can you get me ice cream? You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of giving me like, I'm going to pretend to be even more weak and submissive than you think so that I can get things from you. It's like manipulating the manipulator. Honestly, kind of got a little bit of respect for her, to be honest, because what a weird way to handle something that's super toxic. It's her way of trying to control her trauma because she can't get out of this industry. This is honestly kind of cool, but also devastating. It's a weird mixture. I don't know how to feel about this. Let's move on to the whole producer situation and then just any final messages that we need to hear. All right, so let's look into this whole producer essaying and any final messages. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, before I jump to the conclusions. The Knight of Wands and the King of Swords reversed are the producer. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. So maybe it's like... maybe they're a fire sign with an air moon, or I don't know, an air sign with a fire moon. But for some reason, whenever I remember in the beginning, if you do remember, it was Knight of Wands with the King of Swords reversed in the very, very beginning when I pulled them on top of the Oracle cards. Pretty selfish. Yeah. Okay. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Do we know anything about Lady Gaga's family? As always, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, no facts here. I'm getting a double message. One, I feel like they somehow kind of like, I'm being drawn back to the Bride in the Cage Oracle card, where it's like, I feel like, okay, no, I'm going to focus on the part that I can't get out of my head. First of all, I'm seeing casting couch, so I feel like they manipulated her. So I do agree that that actually happened. I didn't think that she was lying. I usually choose to believe women that say they have been harmed. That being said, I can't help but feel like with Empress and Four of Wands that they threatened her mother. Like, I'll hurt your mother if you don't do this. Your mother will be homeless. I'll ruin your mother's life. It's something to do with the mom and the home life. Because remember, she was 19. But I'm feeling like stifled creativity. You won't be able to start your projects. You have to work with me. Why do I feel like she worked with this guy? When did she come out and say this? Because I feel like she had to work with him. I don't know if she still is. I don't know if she worked with him for a little bit of time and then left, because I know she won't tell us who the guy is, but I feel like she had to work with him. I don't think it was just well, she did say something about it being months long, but this is giving me like, I'm going to come for your family. I can't shake that. With the Empress, it could go into, that's usually mom energy, but you could also argue that like they could threaten her career, like getting or like, I'll give you everything if you take this deal. You know, if you choose me to be your signee, whatever the hell, I'll make you a superstar type of thing. I could see that too. But I really am getting this double message of hurting the mom or threatening the mom in some way, especially with the Ace of Swords right after that. It's like, I just, like, you know what I'm seeing is the movie Taken. And it's like, I will come for you. I have a very specific set of skills. Like, that is the vibe. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Just opinions. But yeah, with the greedy card, it's like this guy knew, he saw her potential. He saw what she was capable of being. It's like, I can mold you. I can create you into the star that you're meant to be. I feel like, you know, he lured her in with like, oh, you're beautiful. You have so much talent. You're this, you're that. And then all of a sudden it's like casting couch. And then it's like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? And then here comes the threats. I'll hurt your family. I'll hurt your mother. And then it's like, you know what's funny is like, well, it's not funny. None of this is funny. But with the Ace of Swords being upright, I'm also getting another message of like, I don't think this guy is afraid at all of her telling her truth. I don't. I just keep hearing, I own you, bitch. There's more to this story than we know. This is why she's not telling on this guy. This is why she's not speaking out her truth. I don't know if she will in the future, but she's afraid of this guy. She's truly afraid of this guy. This is not like I want to move on choice. This is like, oh, that would make sense as to why the mom's coming out. Because, like, if you threaten someone's mom, of course you're not going to out them, right? Like, if you're that afraid, because I feel like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song Power by Beyonce, but I'm just hearing the power part, and and I'm being drawn to him. This guy has, yeah, because I'm hearing the song I Got Friends in Low Places. What is up with this effing industry, dude? This is messed up. This is messed up. It's not like I read this type of stuff when I'm reading my clients. Like, this stuff does not even enter my brain. Oh my God, what the frick? Yeah, you'll be able to move forward. Oh no. Oh. Why do I feel like this is more than one person? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Why do I... Remember how I said casting couch? I'm being drawn to this. Oh my God. I knew this was going to be a dark reading. I was hoping it wasn't, but I'm glad that it's not next level conspiracy, so maybe people can start to like relate and empathize and start to see celebrities differently than what their personas are. But with the Three of Wands in reverse, this is giving me tension between three people. And then Eight of Wands, that's fast energy. It's like I'm feeling tension and I'm hearing sexual tension. And now I'm hearing the song Sexual Healing, but not in a good way. And it's like, it's quick. It happened quick. You know what I'm seeing is like, I feel like it's a metaphor. I don't think it's literal, but it's like somebody getting like taken on a street and like the hood goes over their head and then they're thrown in a van. It's giving me like sneak attack almost. Like we're alone, but then all of a sudden someone else comes in and I didn't expect you to be there. I think there's more to this story. I think there's a third player involved in this. Well, a second player because I just keep hearing like three's a crowd. Threatening your home life. Controlling your finances. Coming in hot and heavy at first. I feel, you know what I'm hearing is like that Eminem, you want what you can't have. Ooh, girl, that's too damn bad. End up with two backhands. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like this guy was charming at first, and then it was like the Jekyll and Hyde switch. And it was like, there's nothing I could do. There's nowhere for me to go. And so I'm stuck. But the only way out is through. That's what I'm hearing. The only way out is through. And so I have to take this. Jesus, what the fudge? Yeah, multiple people. I think there's more. Listen, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Oh my God, this is so dark. I'm hearing, again, allegedly, I'm hearing passed around. And I'm seeing like, because she said months. She did say months. This was not like I went there for a night and it was over. I feel like she was passed around. You know what I'm hearing is like initiation. I think this is allegedly for so much entertainment purposes only. Zero facts here, for the love of God. Please don't sue me. Oh my God, this is so bad. This is so dark. Why do I feel like this happens to multiple women in the industry? It's like the more they see that you're A-list star level, the more you have no control over your body, your creative passions, your pursuit. Like, I'm being drawn to how Doja Cat wrote her own music, and then I looked at Paint the Town Red, and she's not even on the list for writing the song. And it's like, once you're in this industry, you're a product. Like, I'm seeing Barbie dolls on a shelf. It's like you're not human anymore. And I don't mean that in the whole MK conspiracy, all that. I mean, like, you're not in control of your life. This is like Spirit's showing me like Britney Spears' dad. It's like you're not in control. Yeah. Jesus frick. Nowhere to go. What did I tell you? These two. So, okay. If these two are not the same guys, then oh my God. There's two men. There's two men. There is a younger kind of suave type of energy, and then there's this dictator, matter of fact. I feel like there's two guys in control. I can't shake that. I can't. The way that these two have come out, and I haven't seen King of Pentacles at all. I haven't seen King of Cups at all, even a King of Cups in reverse or a Knight of Cups in reverse. These two keep showing up. These are two different guys. There's more to this story. There is more to this story. I keep hearing passed around. You know what I'm being shown is like it's like a scene in every high school movie where the bully is like pushing the nerd in a group circle, and it's like you get pushed to that dude, and that dude pushes you to another dude, and that dude pushes you to another dude. That's the fucking vibe of this. I don't care if I'm swearing. This video gets pulled down, would not shock me considering what I'm saying, but holy hell. Do you see how like they're all fighting? Throw a girl in the middle of that. This girl's been through way more than we know, and this is how this is manifesting. It's a mixture of what the industry wants her to put out and a mixture of her making lemonade out of the most disgusting of lemons. She doesn't get a say in her life. I don't buy that for a frickin' second. Everything that she gets to say is scripted to some extent. Like, I'm literally seeing like an earpiece in my ear. It's like, I don't even get to say what I want to say. Because I'm hearing the song by John Mayer, Say What You Need to Say, and now I'm seeing like duct tape over the mouth. Like I'm being shown a movie of this scene where a guy has duct tape over his mouth. This girl has been essayed more than this one time. She's been allegedly for entertainment purposes only passed around by multiple people in this industry. At least these two guys. So a younger, debonair, I don't use that word. That's not a me word. But I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. This suave, younger, probably kind of attractive, to be honest with you. I'm seeing someone who like knows how to strut. So maybe he's like the one that gets them in. Like the come here, like the, hey, I lost my dog and I'm very charming. And then you get into the van and then there's this guy who's calling the shots. Because notice how he's the King of Swords. That's someone who communicates. I feel like he's the one who calls the shots. It's almost like this is oh my God, I just heard Patsy. Or like, y'all, this is fucking wild. Did I reach an hour? I'm about to hit it. Yeah, shocking. 2. Cups again. 9 of Swords, you have to. I'm stuck in this. I don't see a way forward. They either got her drunk maybe it started off as like a party, like, oh, congratulations, we're thinking about putting you on. Here's, because like I'm seeing a studio and I'm seeing like we're having fun in 1 minute and then the next, everything goes dark. And it's just like, I wonder if a deal was signed at that point and that's why she can't. Yeah, now I'm hearing NDA. Gag order. There's something she's not allowed to say. I mean, are we shocked? She hasn't outed this guy and yet she's still in the industry. I think there's 2, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I mean, can y'all really come for me? I don't even know who you are. So mind your business if I'm right, okay? If I'm right and I'm onto something, you should just be like, touche, bitch, you're talented, but you still don't have enough on us. Like, leave me alone. Like, I'm just a girl with cards. I just see 2 guys. One's the brains and one's the bronze, I guess, the looks. And it's like, I give you this offer. We have fun. And then shit goes south fast. Yeah, offer. These cups. Trying to disconnect. Yeah, once I'm out of this, now I can process the heartbreak. Grief. So much grief. Completely broken. That's her. She's an Aries. But at least I can make my stuff. At least I can create. Oh my God, this poor freaking girl. All right, real quick, I'm going to do final oracles in terms of, I want to look at, really quick, I'm going to bring out Dark Mirror again. What the hell? Am I onto something with this whole, allegedly for, bottles. You know what I mean? Bottles. Except not Florida water. Hold on. Yeah, I just want to look at one more thing and then we're going to call it a day. All right, so final oracles, we're going to look at, I basically said industry, but we'll see what we get with that because I don't really know how to word it, but spirit usually pulls through better than my brain does. Oh my God. I'm so glad I said the word industry before I pulled that first card. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? I got the chills, dude. Do you also see how he's dark? How you really can't see who he is? And this girl's all innocent. And it's like, you're going to take this apple and you're going to like it. Fated to suffer. And I said the industry. I was looking at the industry. Yes. It's like this is what I've been saying. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Guys, this allegedly for entertainment purposes only. The amount of times I've had to say that because I'm so worried about this video. You don't go into this industry and be yourself. You know what's funny? Like, side note, as I'm going to pull these cards, I always had this feeling that, like, the universe was kind of blocking me from getting into things like American Idol because, like, just a side note real quick, I'm sorry. I auditioned for this Glee thing, and I actually won it. I won it. But when it came to the point of actually the casting part, I didn't make it that far. And I was always wondering why I wasn't good enough because I'm actually a really good singer, believe it or not. And if I'm meant to do this, of course I couldn't get into this because if you're seeing what I'm seeing, this industry strips you of your humanity. Like, you leave yourself at the door and you become what they want you to be. They don't care if they have to drug you. They don't care if you have to be drunk to do it. They don't care. As long as you sign on the dotted line, that is your fate. My God. Obsession. Yeah, they are obsessed with finding people they can manipulate. It's like, come here. It's just giving me, like, again, the guy with the whole I lost my puppy type of thing. They know who to look for. I don't know how. They might have like a radar, maybe good intuition. Hell, maybe they like took a class with the 3-letter of the alphabet people. I don't really know. But somehow they know who to go after. They know who's gonna be easy to comply. Maybe they know astrology. Maybe they can, I don't know. But it's just giving, we know who to go after. And it's like, you know how, like, I've said this in a different video, that at a job, it's like you leave your personal life at the door. You leave your soul at the door in this industry. So I'm more than willing to do a whole conspiracy reading of MK and all of that stuff. But I'm getting more so like Stockholm, narcissistic, drug you up. I don't know if it's as deep as the conspiracies go, but it's definitely as effed up as the conspiracies think. Back deck. Triumph of... Y'all, I said the industry. Is that not the best ending card? Shit. That should be the thumbnail, but I'm going to do Lady Gaga thumbnail instead. I think I might leave it at that because this was so dark. Today for tomorrow. Yeah, they don't care. Whoever we have to hurt, sacrifice. What was that, a Freudian slip? Sacrifice. Why did I say sacrifice? Anyway, they don't care. We're going to create you into who we want you to be. Now, to my conspiracy theorists, I got to point it out. If you are into the whole clone thing, I don't know. I got to look into it before I give you my opinion on that. But there is 2 cards of doubles here. So for my clone conspiracy theorists, maybe. But honestly, what I'm getting is like more of we fragment you so badly that it's Stockholm. It's the best way, because I'm like being drawn to Beyonce and Jay-Z, and it's like, why don't you leave Jay-Z? Like, you wrote a whole album that he cheated on you, and it's like, the vibe is like, because I can't. And so I feel like in this industry, I'm being drawn to like Justin Bieber and how his mental health is taking a decline. Selena Gomez, how her mental health is taking a decline. And it's just like, in this industry, you have to lose the essence of who you are in order to prosper. Oh my God, in order to prosper. This is so messed up. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that because I need to take a shower after this reading. Oh my God. But as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. There are no facts here, and I don't know shit, and I'm just a nobody. I'm just talking hands on the internet. But I'm going to leave it at that. If you enjoyed these readings, please leave it a like. It really does help my channel. It also helps these videos get out there so more people can see and maybe potentially know what could potentially be going on, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, also comment down below what you want to see in future videos. If you can fill in any of the blanks in any of this, please let me know in the comments. Any Super Lady Gaga fans, tell me what it is that I'm missing. Do you know anything about these producers? Anything that I'm missing here? Also, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future videos. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. Let me know what you want to see in the self-development videos. Just let me know what you want to see so that I can make it happen. And I'm going to leave it at that. I love you guys. Remember, when you stay true to yourself, then that's the best way you could get the best version of life that you want for yourself. This is clearly not the way to do it. So, you know, if you're creative like me, put yourself out there. You deserve to be seen too. But do it your way, you know, because we see what it does to people. Don't like I'm literally seeing like that belt, that conveyor belt with like toys being made. You're a product in this industry. You're not a human. And I think that's where the conspiracy gets messed up. I think people go to like the extreme, and it's like, I don't think it's that dark, but it is in fact dark. It's just not so crazy the way that, I don't know. If you want me to look into the whole cloning MK Ultra, I have no problem looking into that. But I did not see that in this video, if I'm being real with you. The closest I could get to it was at the very end with the 2 cards of doubles. But that being said, this feels more like manipulation, Stockholm, drugs, alcohol, losing oneself, fragmentation of the mind, hell, maybe even DID or multiple personality disorder, because you literally cannot handle the trauma of being in this industry, which is maybe why a lot of these entertainers have, you know, these stage names like Beyonce switching up to Sasha Fierce. Maybe this is a personality disorder that manifests itself because of all the trauma that comes with the industry. Allegedly. No facts here. I'm going to leave it at that. Love y'all. Stay safe.